See something you like on the show? Did you know that we have links to the products used on the show in the description? If you're watching on YouTube, look below the video. Click the More button, and you'll find links to products used in the show, as well as more information on what you'll learn in this episode. On Facebook, click on the video that you are interested in. Look at the top right of the video and you'll find the description. If there is more to read below the viewable description, click See More to view the full description and pertinent links. There's some pretty helpful info in there. Now you know. Happy sewing!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome
Here
to
we
Three
are,
Things
Kris.
Live. Here we are.
Yes.
It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
It is beautiful.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I'm so happy to be here with you.
Thank you.
And it really is. It's amazing what the sunshine will do for someone, right?
It sure does. It sure
Yeah.
does. Yeah,
Yes.
it's amazing. We're so grateful. All of you are here. Thank you so much for tuning in to Three Things Live. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to Three Things Live. I'm Kris here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and I'm so excited for this beautiful Tuesday, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm also so happy to have Cheri and Jacki with me today. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's great.
Yeah?
Great day.
Yeah,
It is.
it is a great day, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so, you know, today is one of those days I've been looking forward to because I always find it interesting when we do what we call an Ask Us Anything episode. Does that scare you at all?
It scares me a lot.
When we say that?
Terrifies me.
Yes. I have been.
At least it's not live,
Yeah.
like when they're asking the questions and
Well,
we're
it kind
answering.
of
that's
is
true.
live.
I mean,
Well,
this
it
is
is.
live, but when they're asking the question and we have
they
to
don't
answer.
put you right on the spot.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if there was a question that you would never want to be asked, Cheri, what might it be? Like that would just scare the bejeebies out of you.
You know what? I think like those like the serger and the long arm machines.
Yeah.
I know them. I'm comfortable with them, but they still are a little bit scary to me. As far as
Really?
like an on the spot question,
Really?
I'm always like, let me think that out. So it takes me some time to process them.
That's
So
okay.
yeah,
There's
so,
nothing wrong
yeah,
with that.
Yeah, but a live question, it'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, right. I know. That's
Yeah.
so true. Talk about putting you on the spot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
just like what I'm about to do
You,
to
I
you.
says, I'm waiting for this because I know she is very famous for doing this to us.
I kind of, yeah, I get to, navigate the show, so, I can
gets
ask
to ask
whatever
us
I want.
anything.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah, it
So
does happen.
let's hear it. Okay, I'm ready
I don't
for
know.
it.
Is there something you would be
Oh, I
scared
don't
to
know.
death?
I was just waiting for her to say
Yeah.
something and then,
Oh, my goodness, yes. Tell us all your personal deep, dark secrets.
I
Jacki
know,
Singer.
right? Wow. Boy, I have a lot.
After this show, I don't think I have any deep, dark secrets. I mean, really.
That's kind of how I feel too. I'm just kind of an open book.
Yeah.
I just kind of just spill it, right? Oh my goodness. Well, we
Yeah.
asked you a few weeks ago, we put a call out to say, what questions do you have for us? It is an Ask Us Anything episode that is coming up on the show. And you guys came in with some pretty good questions.
Yes. Yes.
You know, we never know what you're going to ask. I did get asked about some personal questions.
Yes, I saw that. Are you going to answer those?
I believe I did answer.
Okay.
I believe I answered most of them.
Okay, good.
So, yeah,
Good.
I believe I did. But we did have some great sewing questions, too.
We did have some excellent questions.
we
Like we
did.
had to level up a little.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we
It keeps
have
us-
a few answers that we're going to share here that are like quick, easy answers. And then we have a couple more that we'll share over at the sewing table because they're a little more involved. So shall we get started?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's take a look. Cassie Adele, she's asking, what is on your quilting crafting bucket list? Like, what's the project you've had in the back of your mind forever but haven't made yet? Ooh, you know what? As we ask ourselves this question, I would like to know in the comments how you would answer as well. Is
Yeah.
there something on your quilting sewing bucket list that you have always wanted to do but you haven't made yet? Let us know in the comments, and I'll turn the time over to the two of you.
All right.
What about you?
You know what? That I actually thought of something, which
What's that?
I have from the very beginning. So Kind of Wonderful when they came.
Oh, yes.
I really, really want to try one of their quilt patterns. I have several.
You haven't?
I have not. I've only done a small little project and
Yeah.
something like that, but I
Yeah.
haven't done one of their big quilts.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that's what I would like
You know
to do.
what? I think that's a really good answer because, like, you know that beautiful nativity one that
Oh.
they have that's huge? I would
Yes.
love to do that.
Yes.
Oh, their patterns are so fun because the pattern or the ruler that
Yes,
you use
exactly.
is fascinating.
Well, I purchased patterns from maybe when we first opened the store.
I was going to say, would you like to, how about, let's just finish a project. That would be on my bucket list, is
Yes.
to finish a project, Chris.
Yeah, so
Right?
I've been through several DI runs, you know, going through my office and throwing things away, and I have not ever thrown any of their patterns away.
Okay, well, don't, because I think
Because
you
I
will
really
love
want
it.
to. I really want to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Sherry?
So right now we're in the middle of that UFO challenge.
Yes.
And you know, we talked about finishing a project. Same
Uh-huh.
thing. Like I'd like to finish that 100 days of sewing.
Yeah.
And I have another one.
Okay.
I really want to go on a quilt cruise. But this is not an announcement of any kind.
That would, yes.
We have thought about it.
We have.
Yeah, we
That
have
would be
given it
fun.
some serious consideration.
We did have
Yeah.
a customer once that told me, "Oh, but don't you guys do it? Just go on one.
Yeah.
It's much more fun
Yeah.
to
That's
just be the one
yeah,
that's
that's how
relaxing and
I-
sewing."
yes.
And I'm like,
That would
well,
be kind of
there's
nice.
some truth to that.
Yeah. You know, I'm with Karen. She said t-shirt quilts for her kids. That is on my bucket list as well. You know, if you were with us not too long ago, Kyle showed us how to do a t-shirt quilt. And I said, you know, the one that I made my kids, I always had hired out.
I thought that's how I've done mine.
So one of these days,
Look, you did it though.
one of these
and
days,
it got complete.
It is complete. It's quilted. It's
Yes.
bound. It's done. Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. But yeah, that would definitely be one of mine. Someone said cathedral windows would be
Oh,
one.
I love that block.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Sherry said she really wants to make the new Mary Poppins
Oh,
one.
see,
Yes,
that's really
which is
cute.
really
That is
cute.
darling.
Yeah, there's some
Oh.
really, really cool
There's some
projects out
big
there.
goals here.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
And Leanne
Well-
is going on the cruise with me.
Okay, well, there you
So
go.
I'm up to
Sign
2.
you up with Leanne.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
I think it would be too.
I-
I think just because it's like your downtime, you just can sew.
Somebody, let's see, somebody said they've never made a quilt. So that's kind of cool.
Oh.
That would be fun, right?
Yeah.
So memory quilts I'm seeing in the comments.
The double wedding
double-
ring.
Double
Yes.
wedding ring.
That is a
yeah.
another
Yes.
one.
Linda has always wanted to make a jelly roll rug. That's fun.
Oh, yes. I have all the stuff. There's another one. I'm right there with you.
I have made one of those. Are you guys, tell me in the comments too, are you one of those people that you're a one and done? Like, if you've made it once, you're like, okay, I'm good, check it off, I'm ready to move on to something else? Or do you get really into one particular pattern and you like to make it over and over in different colorways?
I'm a one and done person.
too.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm a one.
I'm a one and maybe not done, but
Yeah.
maybe it depends
No,
on
but
if the
there-
fabric's
there are
speaking
some
to you.
that- yeah, there are some where I think that they're fun, and it's fun to see how they transform with a change of the fabric or a whatever, you know. And so some of those are
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of you are one and dones. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think to myself, you know, I love the challenge of a new quilt. I love the challenge of a new project. Maybe that's why I have so many UFOs, is because I'm thinking like, ooh, I can't wait for the challenge. But then when it ends
Then you
up
get tired of
happening,
it.
I'm like, peace out.
Yeah.
I don't know. So kind of an interesting question. All right, Cassie, good question. What's another question that we've got out there? Let's take a look. Oh, she's got another question. Here we go. Okay. Oh, she does have another question. She's got 2 questions. All right, are you ready? She said, you are stuck on a desert island. Luckily, it's for a quilt retreat with unlimited fabric. You get to bring 3 tools, notions, whatnots from inside the store. What are you bringing? Wow, Cassie, that's a very thoughtful question.
That is.
Okay, that was the question that was assigned to me. So I had to come up with what are my 3 tools that I would want with me on a deserted island. Okay. I'm kind of a dual purpose person. I got to have more than one reason for something. So I'm just telling you, I got some weapons here.
She's gonna shake someone.
If I need on a deserted island, if I needed it, these would be my 3 go-tos.
She's thinking about this.
I'm a
I can
thinker.
tell. Yeah.
I'm a thinker. I prepare for everything. You could call me a Boy Scout, right? But these are also 3 must-haves in my sewing room. So first off,
Yes.
the snippers.
I agree.
These are the Timberbell little snippers. Absolutely love these. Cannot live without them. I use them for everything. What
I do
about
too.
you guys?
Yes, I
All
do.
the time.
I
Yeah.
have
All
several
the time.
pair
Yeah.
that I put throughout my
Sewing
quilting
room?
room.
Yeah, because you need a pair over by the ironing board.
Yes,
you
you
need a
do.
pair by the sewing machine.
You do.
You need a pair
Exactly.
by where you cut your fabrics.
Exactly.
You need one to go
You know what?
on the go.
I would even use this to trim my bangs. I've been known to do that. They're fabulous for trimming bangs.
So, like in Castaway, you
same.
end up with a full beard. You'd be
I
trimming
do a
it.
little trim. Yeah, so that's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would be the this little guy. This
The
is the fabric folding
folding
pin.
pin, yes.
Now, the reason why
I can't
would
wait to
have
hear your
this-
other
I
option on
said,
this.
yeah, I know, me too.
Okay, the reason for this is because I wouldn't have I would not have electricity, folks.
True.
So I need
Okay.
if I need to press something, this is the perfect thing. So if you don't know what a fabric folding pin is, you fill the vial with a little bit of water and then a little bit of the solution.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a softening solution.
Yes.
So you run it across the seam, which of course I wouldn't have a sewing machine, but you know.
Yeah, I
needless to
said
say-
that.
That's included with the fabric.
Yeah, there you go. It's already sewn for you. And all you do is you run this along the seam and it folds so nicely.
Yeah.
So this would be a definite. Now, what's my second purpose for this? I don't know. I might need to put a little, water in the
Lip gloss.
sizzle.
Brush your teeth.
Brush my teeth.
Maybe, put a little
There
bit
you
of
go.
water on your teeth
So
or
that would
something.
be number 2. Cassie, number 3. This is a weapon, folks.
Yes.
It
This
is.
is a weapon I would definitely have sleeping by my side at
Yeah.
night on that deserted island. But also the stiletto is a fantastic tool for the sewing room, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Being able to, if you're to do binding, fantastic, right? It helps hold everything into place as you're sewing. It's also fantastic for if you're doing bag making, if you're trying to get over large seams, this is a fabulous tool to have.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
That's-
Yeah, those are really
I don't
great.
know. I'd love
Gilligan
to know
has
what you
nothing
guys
on
would.
you. They would have
Got
invited you
nothing
on that
me.
cruise.
That 3-hour tour, I'm fine.
Yes.
Give me 3 weeks. I'd be just fine. So
Yes.
those would be my 3 must-haves. What about you all at home? What would be your 3 must-have tools, notions that you would not want to live without if you were stranded on a deserted island with all the fabric?
Yeah, that would be
The
really fun
fabric
to
would
see.
keep you warm. You could have the fabric for the tent. There's so many reasons to have all the fabric.
Right.
All the fabric.
Right.
So Sandy said 2.5-inch ruler, a sharp rotary blade, and a hot iron.
Ooh.
There you
Valid.
go.
Yeah.
There you have
Good.
it, Sandy. And Shelley said you could probably catch fish with that. Yes, This would
Yes,
be a
you
great
could.
She'd
fish
still
catcher.
starve.
Yeah.
And I would still,
Well,
you're
I
not
would,
wrong. I would still starve, Shelley. I could be on a deserted island and I still would not eat the fish. I'm
me
just
too.
saying, I would not eat. Jackie's with me.
I am with you.
And I would be like, where's our fruit
They'd be
snacks?
living on coconut.
Exactly. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of good things. Deb said she'd have a non-electric sewing machine.
She
There
does
you go.
have one.
She
She
does have
does.
one. We've
That-
seen it
yes.
on the airplane, right? Yes, Gail, the R&K turning tool would definitely be coming with her.
Yeah.
That's a great weapon
yes,
as well.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
There
it
we go.
is.
So anyway, too funny. Okay, Cassie, that was a good question.
Yes,
All right,
it
do we
was.
have any more Cassie questions? Let's see. Okay,
Oh.
Deborah Pudgill. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Question. I just received a sublimation printer and I'm seeing a Teflon sheet being used during the heat press part and butcher paper or parchment paper. Do I need to use both of these or just one or the other?
I'm so
That's a
excited for
good
this
one.
answer.
You can use whatever
You
you,
could
want.
either one,
Right?
Because there's a Teflon sheet actually that comes with your heat
Yeah.
press. So that's probably,
Yeah.
but you could use.
There's no right or
No.
wrong on that one.
No.
What would you say?
I have used the paper too.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like just to kind of put in and smooth things out because it's like I like the Teflon sheet sometimes on top and then
Yeah.
I can't do both under and on top and
I kind of lean towards having maybe the butcher paper on the bottom and the Teflon on top because the butcher paper is going to capture the leftover ink.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't really get it on the top, but it's kind of there just in case.
I guess it depends on if you flip your design upside down and are pressing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true,
I
yeah.
always have my design.
I usually do
On the
too,
top
but
and then
there
just
was
go down.
there was one thing I didn't and my ink came up.
Yeah. There you go.
Just so you know.
All right. Gretchen Alexander said she'd have a rotary cutter, thread, and needle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a big deal. And Eva said scissors, ruler, seamer burr. Yeah. I'm seeing a few turn tools in there for sure.
There's a few of these
And then
people
the
I think
treadle
we'll
sewing
invite to our
machine.
deserted island.
Yeah, exactly. We hope
Please,
that we're,
could you put me on a deserted island, please? That would be amazing.
yes. But we want a sewing machine, we want a cutting table, we want,
Exactly.
Electricity.
we want, yeah.
Exactly. All right, Abby, do we have any other questions for theme number 1? We do have one more question. Another one from Deborah. Let's take a look. All right, Cheri, can you read that for us?
About sublimation design, one selected reverse image on patriotic sewing version and printed it, then used heat press, but it was not mirrored on my shirt. Wah wah. Using Google Docs to set it up for printing. Is that why my designs aren't correct? Is there a setting or on the printer somewhere that is reversing everything automatically?
Yes. Yes, there is.
But if she's sending it through the
That-
docs, then it's not, right? Because it's when you send it through Artspira that it's reversing
Oh,
it.
no. What you'd have to do, okay.
Yeah.
So a couple things, Deborah. One, if you are doing it through Google Docs, any kind of Word document on your computer, what you're going to do is you're going to send it to your printer, and in your printer settings, there will be something that says print layout.
Yes.
When you click on print layout and then flip horizontally, that's it. That's it. And then it will go and it will print out in reverse.
Yes.
Now, like you said, Cheri, if you're using Artspira, it does it automatically for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you can change it.
You
so
can
that
change it
But
if
it
you
just
don't want
like,
it to.
I automatically set it because I didn't want to keep forgetting it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
mine is set so that it just automatically reverses. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so it really, if you're not doing it from Artspira, it is from your, it's in your printer settings.
Yes.
Flip horizontally is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's usually under printer layout. So anyway, we hope that helps. Oh, good, she's on. She said, thank you, I don't want to make mistakes. Deborah,
Don't worry.
I got to tell you, I have not seen one mistake you've made so far. She's brand new. She just got her printer, like
Oh.
maybe a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and
is all.
she's on fire.
She is on fire.
Yeah.
She's been making the cutest projects. And thank you, Deborah, for posting
Yeah.
them on our Facebook
They are
page
so
because I
cute.
love seeing them. So, girl, you got this. You totally got this. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for those questions. Those were some fairly easy ones to just be able to share with you aloud here. But let's get into some nitty-gritty with a couple questions that I've assigned to these two. And so we're going to head over to the sewing machine right now, and we'll be back in just a moment so that we can answer a few more of your questions. Clean up on aisle 7.
Remember, on 3 Things Live, we always have something to make you smile,
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Your best friend.
I'm so excited.
Let's go. Today we're talking about a new quilt block. It's a courthouse, so it is very similar to a log cabin block, right? We're talking about foundation paper piecing today. You're gonna start out with a 1.5 inch square, and you're going to actually place it on the back of the paper that is marked. You need to take a little glue stick, and just a little dab will do. And you only do that the first time.
Right.
I want to place the tapered edge between the 1 and the 2. And this is going to help me to know exactly where to fold my paper back. So I just flip this over. I now know exactly where to cut. Then I'm just going to place it right sides together, and you're going to sew on the line between the 1 and the 2. And you continue building this 4-inch block until you get, ta-da!
Welcome to Galas, the ultimate 3.5-day creative retreat from my girlfriend's quilt shop. Come stitch, learn, and connect under the stars with hours of open sew time just for you. Each day brings inspiring demonstrations, new ideas, and techniques to spark your next masterpiece. Plus, you'll be able to rub shoulders with our seasoned sewing veterans that you know and love. Work on your own projects, share stories with fellow makers, and create memories that last long after the final stitch. Enjoy exclusive gifts, fun surprises, and a creative community that feels like family. Join us at Galas in beautiful Logan, Utah. 3 days, your projects, endless inspiration, where creativity shines bright. To learn more, click the link below or go to mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com and sign up today.
All right, welcome back everyone to 3 Things Live. I'm Kris.
I'm Cheri.
And I'm Jacki.
And we're here at the sewing table to answer a couple more of your burning questions that you are asking us on our Ask Us Anything episode of 3 Things Live. And yeah, you guys ready for this?
Yes.
So ready.
Okay,
We
all
are.
right, I'm so excited. All right, so you had some great questions at the beginning. Now we have a couple more that we're going to dive a little bit further into. And let's go ahead and begin with this one. We've got one from Glenda Rose. Glenda Rose said, I really struggle with cutting my fabric. Do you have any good tips to share with me? That is an excellent question.
Well, why, yes.
I don't think Glenda's alone in this, right?
No.
No, Glenda's not alone.
It's a very hard skill when you're new.
Yes,
Very,
I
very
agree.
hard. I think we take it for granted
Yes.
once we've kind of mastered it.
Well, how do we really master it?
No, but
There are
we
always,
get better.
Right.
We get
We
better.
do get better.
Yeah,
for
there's
sure.
a few things
And more
Yes.
confident.
that have helped
Yes.
us.
Yes.
So what are some of the things that have helped you in getting more precise cutting,
Yes.
Jacki?
Well, you know what? I'm going to take this one on because I think this is probably one of the most important things that in your quilting journey. Precision cutting is just really key. It relieves, if you do it just right, it relieves a lot of stress and frustration when you're doing a project and you're not, and something just doesn't turn out right, then, I mean, it's a really important step, and which I think that we need to talk about those.
Yeah.
Okay? So why? Why does it matter?
Okay.
Okay? Like I said, it leads to accurate seams
Yeah.
and perfect things. It prevents errors. I mean, once you make an error and you're always backtracking and trying to fix that error.
Yes,
so
you are.
Then
It just
then
multiplies
it
through the whole
multiplies.
quilt.
It gets you more.
Yeah.
And once you have it all done, then sometimes it's hard to fix it afterwards.
Yeah.
After you've done something. Right?
Sometimes with piecing, imperfect piecing, we can fix that, but we can't really fix imperfect cutting, can
No,
we?
no.
Yeah.
And so I have made an example today, and this is actually a 9-patch that I've put together. Okay, I will tell you that I did not. I cut them however I wanted. I kind of think I did.
Did you use scissors? Gasp the horrors.
No, I didn't. So I just cut 3.5-inch squares.
Okay.
Okay. And I was not precise. I didn't quite make it to the 3.5-inch line. I really purposely did not. And actually, it was just very slightly off. Okay. So imagine if I've cut all of these slightly off.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to run into problems.
Right.
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 So let me pay your attention to this seam right here. If you look at my seam, they're not quite.
Those
they're
points
just
aren't very good,
the
Jacki.
points are bad.
Oh, you should be
I should be ashamed, right?
Heaven forbid.
I would throw this away because I can't handle that. But I ever so slightly cut them a little bit. Some a little bit bigger and some just,
Okay.
I mean, just we're talking maybe a thread or two.
Sure.
Okay. But
Okay.
then that resulted in
Yeah.
this problem
Right.
that I had. Then on the other side, I didn't sew this because I wanted to show you that I nested these seams. But if you can kind of see, not only does it not line up on the edge, I've got a little extra right here. And I've got a little overage on this side.
Right.
But look at my middle, okay?
Yeah.
I've got some puckering going on here. So either I'm going to have to, I've got this little, it doesn't lay flat together. So I'm going to have to either like squeeze that tight to get it together, or pin so much that I'm not going to get puckers as I'm sewing.
And say, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh,
Yeah.
please.
Yes,
And
yes,
then you get done and it puckers and you have to unpick it.
Yeah.
yes,
And start over.
yes. So
So in a way, you kind of have a choice that you're either going to get that or there's choices, but they're not good choices.
yeah, right.
It's like
You always have choices.
Right.
puckers are off
Yeah.
or not.
Well, and that's true.
So what would you say
So-
to help with this?
All right, so first of all, you need some good tools.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Agreed.
So I'm not gonna worry about this anymore. I'm
Okay.
done with that one.
But
Okay?
if you are a new quilter,
But-
it is okay to do that quilt that first time that way.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
You'll learn.
Absolutely.
You'll
Yes.
learn.
So, some things that you may want to have with you as you're cutting is, of course, a cutting instrument.
Yes.
Yes.
So we all love the rotary blade.
Yeah.
So, and not to mention, the rotary blade needs to be sharp, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's really
Yeah,
important.
it sure does.
Right? So
important.
Yes. So we also need some acrylic rulers. So
Okay.
there are so many different acrylic rulers
Yes.
out there. All right?
Yeah.
So whatever one you like, I think it comes down to a personal preference.
Okay.
And what ones
And maybe
you can
the size
see.
of the project.
And the size of the project as well.
Yeah.
So then you also need a cutting mat, a self-healing cutting mat. Healing. I said healing, right?
I think so.
I
yeah.
said that.
You were perfect.
Self-healing. Sometimes you get those
Yeah.
those words that just don't come out right.
Yep.
A self-healing mat, which is really good. And I also like to have larger rulers for stability as well. So
Okay.
I think that there's also a purpose for smaller rulers, and there's also a purpose for the bigger, longer rulers.
Do you ever like to use both rulers in conjunction
Yes.
with each other?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I always have a long ruler, a 24-inch wide in length, and I always have a couple different ones. My go-to is a 6.5 by 12.
I love that one, too.
That ruler. That is probably my favorite one that stays on my sewing
Yeah.
table all the time.
Yeah.
And I also love this one too. So I know that Girlfriends has this
Yeah.
That our girlfriend's 3.5 by 12 also
Yes,
is
I
a
love
great
that.
one.
I was going to say, Namba in the comments, she said the stuff you recommend that you spray on the ruler was a game changer for her.
And that too, you know, that works really good because you don't want slipping.
We're talking about grippy spray.
Yes, grippy spray.
Yeah, grippy spray. You spray it on the back, and it helps prevent the slippage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I also think moves on into fabric preparation, which I think is another thing that's really important, that we prepare our fabric ready for cutting.
Sure.
So that would be squaring it up. That would be pressing it and making sure that it's nice and pressed. I always use spray press before I cut anything. It helps me with cutting, and I think that I have more precision cutting when I use a spray press.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever one you would like.
So I'm seeing another big ruler here. Tell us about
Yes.
what's happening underneath
Well, I'm going to
this
talk about
mountain
this
of
too.
rulers.
Yes, this is another one that is on my really
love
close
this.
to my sewing table is this strip cut ruler, because in quilting we are always stripping, right?
Wow.
Yeah, whoa! Everybody perked up. I know that what I'm talking about may not be all exciting, but if you can strip,
Yes,
hey, there
you
you
can
go.
do this.
So hopefully I have your attention now.
Okay.
All right. Now you're awake.
Not mine.
Yes, so I love this one. I use this one all the times for when I'm doing strips and also when I'm doing squares. If I have a pattern like the one that we will show in theme 3, there's a lot of small squares, and there's a lot of strips that you could use with this, and it would make it a lot quicker.
So what's the benefit of having something that big on top of your fabric?
Well, not only holds your fabric down when you've got, then you're just going straight up.
Yeah.
And it's cutting all of the layers. So imagine with me when you've got fabric and you're using just a small ruler. You'd make one cut. Is it the next cut going to be exactly perfect?
It might not be.
It may not be.
Yeah.
It may not be.
Especially if you have to move that ruler.
There are different scenarios that will happen when you're trying to do that.
Well, I just look at this and I'm like, look at the surface area
Right.
that you have holding still.
Yes,
Like,
it's not going.
Every
it's
time
not
you
going
bring that
anywhere.
ruler up, you have a
Right.
chance of a little whiff of air getting in there, right?
It's true, and it will always.
Yeah.
Fabric has a mind of its own, and so sometimes it will ever so slightly move, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, especially when you're cutting in layers.
Yeah.
So this is what is really wonderful about that, and that's why I brought that today, because I thought it was great.
Okay.
Crooked fabric means that you have crooked cuts, right?
Does fabric usually come off the bolt crooked?
Oh, it always
Yes.
is so perfect, don't you think?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it will never come off straight.
No.
I just cut a brand new bolt and I was like, there was a 3-inch difference.
Wow.
And I was like, this
Well,
one is
it's true.
terrible.
Well, it's true. And not only does it, but the fold sometimes is always crinkled, and there's always issues with the fold. I actually chose this one and it was okay. But like there are folds in here, and a lot of times I will get some where the selvages are at least 2 inches away from each other.
Sure.
So as it's rolled on, it's not rolled on perfectly.
Okay.
So I always like to make sure that once I press all of my fabric with spray starch or something, then I'll put my selvages together.
Okay.
Okay, so I will put them together. This one's not quite. Then from here, then I'm going to fold it. I'm going to fold it again, so that I've got my fold and my selvages are
So I saw you
together.
give it a little shake.
Yes.
And I, in my head, I'm like, that's something I don't do, but I'm like, I know what it does to the fabric.
Yes.
It's getting it all lined up.
Yes, it
Getting rid
is.
of that, what is it, waft and
yeah,
wafter.
The warp and the weft.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
Just have
yeah.
smart friends.
Yes.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah, when you do a little shimmy shake at the top, then it just kind of comes naturally.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Because there, when you fold it again, you can kind of feel and see if your fabric is overlapping
Sure.
or what. So I'm going to square. That comes up to the next thing with squaring up the fabric. Now you can square your fabric with it open this way, But because, which is what I usually do, but because we are in such a small area today, I'm going to do it this way. But I'm going to tell you something that one of my first quilting teachers taught me how to do. Is you take 2 rulers,
Okay.
two long rulers. I have 2 of these. I actually do not use my mat as a guide.
Okay.
I only use my
I
rulers.
saw someone else mention that too.
I only use my rulers. I know that the mats are wonderful, and I use that to kind of line it up at the beginning too, to kind of make sure it's straight. But I do not cut off of what my mat is. So I take 2 rulers. This is almost like a T-square in the construction business,
Right.
in the building business.
Right.
So I will. And this, which I love, this one has stuff on it already. A lot of rulers come with the grippy type spray on them. So then I will slide it over as close as I can. I will take my other one. This is where I will line it up on the fold. So I know my fold is straight here.
Yes.
I'm going to butt this ruler right up against here. So then I know that I'm going to have a good square to go off.
I have never done this.
Yeah.
I never
This has been one of my
All of my
favorite
projects
things.
are wonky.
Start over.
Start over.
Yes.
Throw them out.
Yes. So
The
I
next
think
one.
right.
The next one.
So a lot of your cuts depend on just this really quick and easy thing.
Starts from the beginning.
It starts from the
does.
beginning. Okay. So then I'm going to stand up for this one because I can't cut sitting down.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so now I am not going to also cut the other direction coming this way.
Okay.
Okay, it's really
bad
important.
idea.
Yeah, don't cut
Do
into
not
yourself.
cut this way.
No sawing.
No, no sawing either. Okay, so some people might have a, what are they called? The grippy handle
Yes.
or whatever. Those are really nice so that you don't get your fingers in the way.
Yes.
But you want to make sure that you've got some good pressure on your ruler as you are cutting. I've got a really sharp blade, and I love this Femore.
Oh, yes, I do too. The rotary cutter.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a great one. I'm getting like tips here.
Sorry.
I'm trying to watch. She's like, what are
Okay.
you doing?
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to see what
Okay.
you're doing.
All right. So you want to make sure that you have some good pressure on your mat as
Okay.
you want to make sure your blade, you don't cut it this way. You don't cut it this way. You cut it directly straight. And do you have to put a lot of pressure on it?
You shouldn't have
You
to.
shouldn't
have
have
to.
to if you have a
If you've
really
got a
good.
nice-
And your
But-
pressure
Blade.
needs to be down and not.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a hard
And
thing.
so
I
see,
think.
look at this.
Yeah.
This
Because you
bleeds
didn't have the
because I
pressure
didn't
all
have
the
the
way
pressure
through.
all the way through.
Okay.
Plus, I didn't have, all right, so I just will cut that, and that's how I square up my fabric.
I love
so
it.
Then from there, you can cut them into the different
Yeah.
sizes that you need for whatever
Oh,
you need to do.
Goodness.
So those are just some few
Okay.
things.
Well, those are great tips.
Yeah.
Look, Laura, me and you both. Awesome. Never saw this before.
Well, I says it really helps to make sure that you're cutting correctly and that I think it's such a simple concept, but I think it's really important.
I
It
love
is.
that.
So just in closing, some results that you'll have from precision cutting.
Okay.
You'll have sharp points.
Yes.
You will match your seams.
Yes.
You will have flat, professional-looking blocks. And you will have confidence in every step.
Woo!
How is that? All right. So there you go,
I'm going
Glenda.
to cut like
Okay,
Jacki
Glenda.
I
does.
hope that I answered that question
Oh my goodness.
for you.
I think
and
you
that,
answered it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of things that are in depth that you really
Yes.
can go into.
Those are some
But
great
those are
basic
some just
starting
basic
points.
start points, and pay attention to that, and maybe you'll find that it will give you great
Yeah,
results.
Kathy said it also helps to buy good quality fabric from a
Yep.
quilt shop, not a discount
Yes.
store. Thank
Yes.
you, Kathy. That's a great
Because
shout out.
the warp and the waft, what is it?
Weft.
Weft. It's okay, Cheri.
You should not.
Smart friends. Smart
That's right.
They're different at those cheaper fabrics. That's
Oh my
probably your
goodness.
biggest thing.
Yes.
Too crazy.
Okay. Well, I
Jen,
hope I did it all right.
you
and-
did.
Okay.
You did. I
learned
think
something.
you answered. Yeah. We have one more question to answer.
We do.
All right.
And I haven't seen her on here today.
Bring it
but
up. Let's bring it up.
Heidi Todd. is
Okay.
leveling up her game.
Here we go.
Okay.
She's having problems with these zipper bags.
Yes, she
Okay.
says, I usually try to add the 2 tabs at each end of the zipper tab. I'm doing something wrong though. They look caved in and I can't poke them out with my turning tool.
That is a problem.
help.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Heidi
what
Todd.
suggestions do you have for her?
I have some for her. Okay.
Okay.
So first of all, this is my first suggestion. Don't put the zipper at the top.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Sometimes
You know what?
do.
That's true,
That
though.
is true. So this one does not have the zipper tabs on. I could not find my bag that did. But I wanted to say, if you put zipper tabs here, you don't have to worry about it as much because you sew them in the
Okay.
side seam and along the zipper.
There you
so
go. That's
that
a
is one tip.
Okay.
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 Second tip
Okay.
is some people may be asking, what is a zipper tab? So we wanted to
Okay.
go over that really
Ooh,
fast
good
because
point.
Yeah, that's a
this
good
is
question.
our zipper. So right here we have a zipper and it is going to go the length of your bag. And if you have put in a zipper tab, then you get rid of the bulk of the zipper in your seams. Okay,
Yeah,
so
which
on
is
this
nice.
one, we came here, we sewed along this right here, and then I'm just gonna turn it over, and I'm gonna do a fold, and then I'm just going to top stitch it. And I usually turn it to the front, and you could do this from the back first and then bring it over, but I just do a top stitch. So that's how you make a zipper tab.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what those are. And now we're going to put it in, I'm gonna show our bag because this is what we are
cute.
talking
That is
about.
darling.
Is right here, these are my zipper tabs and they're in my bag, but I wanted this square. So you can see that there. These are flat across the top and this one has a nice,
So
nice
why is Heidi having the issue of it folding in? What do you think is happening?
because we were discussing this. I think you're sewing them in and you're not supposed to.
Okay.
So
Okay,
if
so
I
it's not-
look right here, I can poke this out, but I can actually poke through, and that's not bad. So unless you're storing something like rice,
Yeah.
maybe in here,
right.
something like that.
That it's totally fine to have that.
Yeah, it's fine to have that. And you could go back and you could add a little whip stitch there.
Oh, true.
But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who is storing rice in
Yeah,
their beautiful
not
bag?
me. No.
Okay, so let me show you what this is going to look like.
Okay.
Because here is our layout, and you can see this
Wow.
right here.
That looks
That
terrific.
we have, this is not as long. So
Okay.
on my bag, I'm going to do a nice seam. I'm going to do a generous 1/4 inch here because a 1/4 inch takes me there, but I hate it when I miss on a bag.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Hate it.
Yes.
Brr.
Yes.
Yes.
So on this bag, what I would do is I have this installed. To do this, I'd put on my zipper, I'd put my 2 fabrics, sew, come over, do a top stitch,
Okay.
repeat on the other side.
Okay.
And now I need to put my fabrics right side together. So this would come to this side, and this would come to this side.
Right.
What happened to that gap?
I don't know.
I can't see it.
It's gone.
It's gone because these are long enough. So what I'm going to do is I just will kind of take this and kind of muscle it a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to make that lay down, and then I'm going to line up my bag still. So this seam here is lined up.
Okay.
So that's where I would kind of pin from and then do that. And you can kind of fill right there. If I sew a 1/2 inch, I'll probably still be okay. But by sewing that just a kind of a generous 1/4 inch, then I will be right there, and that will have room to kind of flip out. So I would go around.
And then your needle won't struggle
Yes,
to go through that
yes.
seam.
It is still a little bit lumpy because your foot's going to go over that
Right.
just a little bit. Just go slow, but that's what's there. So when I sew this, I'm just going to leave a gap at the bottom. So I would come here, I would sew all the way around, and then I would just turn it in. Oh, make sure your zipper's open.
Oh, yeah. Your friend told you.
Yeah, my friend told me that that's way helpful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so open your zipper, sew all the way around, and then you're able to just turn it inside out. And
So
look
cute.
at that.
That's darling.
It really is
Isn't that
cute.
fun? And if you wanted to box it, and that's
Oh,
what
how
you
cute.
kind of have to think of it like. I have some width on there, And so I have to treat it like a box corner, but I don't want to box the corner.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
that little bit of gap, like there would be a box corner on the bottom.
Ooh, Heidi, does that
is-
help? Let us know.
hopefully.
You got to show us your other two bags.
I
real
think
quick.
these are
aren't
really
these
cute.
So
this is kind of a fun one. And this one I just threw on an extra little piece of fabric
Pocket.
here as a little pocket.
Yes.
And so we have that, open them
Oh
up.
my goodness, I love it.
And remember, like by adding the tabs, you are going to take up a little bit of your length. So if you need to
Yeah.
get in there for something specific, and
That's really cute.
That is
I should
cute.
say, like, I love the zippers. This is the sassafras.
Yeah.
And I also love the by Annie zippers because the zipper
yeah.
tape's a little bit
'Cause they're
wider,
fun,
makes it
yeah.
easier to
Yeah.
work with. So.
Okay, Heidi
love
said
it.
that's great advice.
Okay, I can't wait to see your next bag, Heidi.
And then Ray said it also helps if you top stitch only the lining and not both the lining and main fabric. That's
Yeah.
a great
That is a good
suggestion,
tip.
Ray.
That is a good idea.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I like the top stitch, and it was okay.
Now,
Because it
here's
had a little bit of wiggle room.
Here's the $1 million question.
Oh, what is it?
Where did you get the fabric?
From my girlfriend's quilt shop.
Well, of course, but
it wasn't
in your
this year.
stash.
My stash.
I know. Someone was asking, like, oh,
from
that's
her
the cutest fabric. I'm
stash.
like, that's from a few years
Yeah,
ago.
this was I
Yeah.
think last year, and this was actually I think down in Sandy. So
Yeah.
I
It's
just
really
thought
cute
that's going to
fabric.
be a fun bag.
They are
So, yeah.
beautiful.
They
Oh my
are.
goodness. Well, hopefully that helped.
But there are some really cute lines out this year too.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, there are.
Add to
oh
your
my
stash.
goodness.
In fact,
Oh,
I was
too
going
fun.
through all my stash, and
Yeah?
guess what? It's time to
It's time to get rid of it and get new
I
stash.
need to get new stuff because there's so many cute things out.
Right. I love it, Jackie. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, both of you. I learned so much from both of you today. That was really great. You know, we love when you ask these questions because, you know, we're right there with you and we don't have all the answers, but together, all of us have something
Yeah.
to contribute, and I love that. I love when we're all going, well, you could try this, you could do this. You know, it's all such good information
Yes,
to
it
hold
is.
on to.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I love it.
It
Thanks, you
is.
guys. Hey, be thinking if you've got a question for an upcoming Ask Us Anything show. We would love to know.
Yes.
Because, this is
Give
this
us a
is
real
fun
hard
stuff.
one. We'll assign it to Jackie.
Exactly. That's right. Bingo.
Yeah, right.
All right, friends. Well, we just debuted a brand new MGQS exclusive runner and pillow just this week. I'm very excited about it. It's called Flower Market. And right after this, I'm going to show you some styling tips that you can do in your own home. We'll be back in just a moment.
So let's talk a little bit about squaring these up. I love having a little extra.
Okay.
So I have some space for any wonky cutting that I might have done or anything like that.
Or wonky sewing.
2 lines and you sew on those. I do kind of sew just a tiny bit inside.
Oh, what's the word?
line.
What's the word?
Scant.
Scant or titch.
Titch.
It's a titch.
Right there. Nobody saw that.
We're gonna press that. So we've got these arrows where it's going to line up. Okay,
So I'm
there
gonna go
it
right
is.
there. I hope I had a
Skip
sharp enough ruler.
right there.
Okay, and then with this rotating mat, you can just twirl it around. You just really need to cut off just that little thing right there.
All right, but it makes a big difference.
It
in the end.
really does. If you put 10 blocks across, 10 times this, that'll add up to almost a full inch.
Okay.
You know?
Clean up on aisle 7. Bring us here, and 3 Things Live is getting you ready for it.
We have had so many incredible projects on the show. We introduced the Hello Spring over the banister quilt, made hooded towels, quilts, and so much more.
It's awesome. We love seeing that.
I did that all by myself.
We had our quarterly book club meeting and discussed our new favorite novel, Theo of Golden. He stopped and he listened. I loved this book. How about you?
I really, really did. And if you haven't read it, you really should give it a read.
So be sure to catch up on Facebook and YouTube by clicking the links below. Better yet, watch us live Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain or 3 p.m. Eastern. Yes, you can.
Remember, on 3 Things Live, we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go. Your best friend.
I'm so excited.
All right, welcome back to Three Things Live. I'm so, I just have really enjoyed today's show. So thank you both for what you have contributed. This week, we debuted a brand new pattern, 2 new patterns called Flower Market. And let's take a closer look at these because they're so timely, right?
They are.
I mean, I'm thinking April showers bring May flowers.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you think about it, wouldn't these be so cute for Mother's Day? Something you could have out all summer long. I love that it has the brown wrapping on it because if you can see the
this right
bottom,
here. Yeah.
let's kind of focus on that. These are little stems
I
that
know.
are poking out.
And then the little stems that
this
are at the
part.
bottom.
This is my
So
favorite.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fun. And we also have it, so that's on both sides. And then we also have it as a 24-inch pillow. You all are loving the 24-inch pillows. And I gotta tell you, this one's gonna come together pretty slick. It's just one of those projects that it doesn't take a whole lot of time.
I
It
love
looks
those,
like
I love
it is,
those flowers.
but it's not. So let's take a quick look at some styling tips that I have. If you were gonna put this in your own home, one of the things that I think when it comes time to do any kind of stylizing in your home or whether, wherever it might be, you always pick a star. So the star here was definitely the table runner, right? You pick that star and then you find something that needs to go along with it because it needs friends, right? So we're going to add some friends in there with,
Wait, who's the
2 or
star
3
here?
things. 2 or 3 things, and then of course we want to focus on height. If you have different themes at different heights, that is always a little more pleasing to the eye, kind of like me, Jacki, and Cheri, right? And then, of course, you're looking for texture. So if you've got different areas of texture in your home, or where you're trying to stylize, a little bit of softness with a little bit of something a little bit more rough or textured. It's okay for things not to be matchy-matchy. Don't be afraid to just go outside the box a little bit. Add in a blanket, if you will. Add in a blanket that has a little stripe to it, or maybe another additional pillow that you just had already at home. And then, of course, I think you need to give yourself space to enjoy it. Don't clutter it too much. You'll notice in some of these pictures that at the ends, I actually added a jute ribbon to the bottom
that's
so that
a great
it would
idea.
even look more like a bouquet of flowers. And so, again, you have such a beautiful table runner. Don't muck it up with a bunch of extra junk, right?
Look, they're twins.
That's so cute.
They're twins. There you go. So those are just a few stylizing tips for you. And I think the most important thing when it comes to stylizing in your home is you just have to smile, take a deep breath, and enjoy the happy space you've created, because that's what's most important. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to follow any rules. Just as long as it's beautiful to you, it's perfect,
Yes,
right?
That's what's
absolutely.
nice. It does have to be beautiful to you.
Beautiful
Yes.
to you. So with that, we hope you enjoyed today's show. We hope you've been inspired and ready to go sew all the things. Before we leave, we want to give you a quick couple of reminders because we're very excited tomorrow for 3 Things Live. I hope you'll join us because we have special guest and quilt coat designer. What?
Yay.
That's Paula McKinley. She is going to be in the studio with us. So very excited. This woman is incredibly talented, and she's amazing. So she's going to be with us. I'm very excited, and she's going to take us through step by step and share with us some of her best tips on making the perfect quilt coat.
How fun.
Which is the
Looking
rage.
forward to
I
it.
mean,
it is
it's
all the rage right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, folks, mark your calendars because Show and Sell with the Girlfriends is coming up on Tuesday, April 21st at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. We're talking, it is National Serger Month this month. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
It's like a big old national holiday
Yeah.
all month long. But we love the serger, don't we?
I love it.
Love it.
Love it.
But
Yes.
this swig is going to be a little bit different, and I hope I'm getting some of you excited about this because sometimes we focus on the high-end serger. We're talking the Triumph, right? We absolutely love it. There's it's like the creme de la creme. But sometimes we need something that just doesn't have as much, and
Right.
that's okay. And so if you've been thinking, I'd really like to you know, get into serging, but it kind of scares me, you definitely want a baby lock serger for that. Takes all the scare
Yes.
out of it for you.
Yes.
But this is also a simple 4-thread serger, and that is going to be the main focus of that Tuesday night. So I hope you'll join me for that. Of course, we have specials going on all month long of April. In fact, you receive an extra 10% off of the already sale price all month of
Wow.
April on any serger you want.
Wow,
so if
that's
you're in the
fabulous.
thinking about it and you're trying to find the right one for you, definitely contact Mike, and he can help you get that all figured out, or contact the store. Either way, we take trade-ins, we have financing options, all the things. So definitely mark your calendars for that. We will be giving away a free serger that night.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
all right.
Awesome.
Lots of things to look
That's
forward
great.
to, everyone. So with that, you have a wonderful rest of the day. You keep doing all the things you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.